Before I start talking about SQL syntax, there's something you need to know. Standard SQL isn't. While there is such a thing as standard SQL, there are significant differences between database management system implementations. Significant to the degree that the SQL you write for one DBMS will often not work on another DBMS. The reason for this is not as nefarious as it may seem. In a nutshell, most of the modern DBMSs existed long before SQL was standardized, and there's a real need to continue to support the legacy SQL that was written for each of these distinct environments before the standards were enacted. So you just need to accept it. Whatever SQL you write or read will almost certainly have some vendor-specific aspects to it, and will almost certainly need to be changed if it's going to work on a different DBMS. SQL statements consist of clauses and expressions. For example, consider this simple SQL statement. In this SQL statement, "Hello world" in quotes is an expression. Now, we learned before that this is a literal string, and that is also true. This literal string is a simple expression, and that satisfies the requirement that the select clause has an expression. The expression in this case is the literal string "Hello world." This is a somewhat more complex statement. It's a select statement, and it has a from clause and a where clause. The from clause specifies what table to read from for the query, and the where clause specifies the condition that must be met in order for a row to be retrieved from the database, and in this case displayed on the screen. In this SQL statement, the expression is a function call. The function here is the count function that we've seen before, and this also qualifies as an expression in SQL syntax. An SQL statement consists of clauses, expressions, and functions. You will apply this knowledge throughout the course as you learn to use more of the SQL language.